everyone, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, my name is Angel and today I'll be sharing some more fun and simple DIYs. Before we get started, as always, if you enjoy this video, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up, and if you haven't already, subscribe to my channel and click that little notification bell so that you don't miss out on any of my future videos. For this first project, I picked up this wood tray from my local thrift store. This was only 49 cents and I knew I could make it over. I actually want to use this in my bathroom. So I am going to go ahead and give this 2 coats of my white Waverly chalk paint. I did think about staining this at first, but you can see it does have some water stain. So I figured the paint would cover all of that up. Now for the inside of my tray, I'm just going to be using some of this Dollar Tree contact paper. And I didn't really measure it. I just kind of eyeballed where to cut it, and then I cut down all 3 pieces for my tray. Then all I had to do was just remove that backing from the contact paper, and at first I started using my fingers to try to smooth this out, and then eventually I got smart and I used that little scraper tool that's from Dollar Tree. I think it's for a Cricut, but it was so much easier to put this contact paper in once I started using that. And here's what it looked like when I was all finished putting the contact paper in. And then I decided I did want to add some little feet to this. So I'm just using some of these beads that I had, and I'm going to just put 4 of those on the bottom. And I did go ahead and use some of that Dollar Tree wood glue to put these on. For this next project, I picked up these candle holders from my local thrift store. They were $1.99, but as you can see, they are kind of this shiny black color, and I wanted to make these look like a faux wood. So the first thing I'm going to do is give these 2 coats of my white Waverly chalk paint, and then we will be able to make these look like wood again. Now for the next step, once these were dry, I'm just going to take a paper towel and some of that antique Waverly wax, and I'm going to rub this all over these candle holders, and you can see they're starting to look kind of like wood again. And this is exactly what I wanted them to look like to go with my decor. Now I did just go in the first time and give this a light coating, and then I did go back in and just kind of spot check here and there where I needed to add more. But when you do this, it's totally customizable how much you add, how much you wipe off. But using a paper towel really helps because you can add it on and at the same time take some off and add a little more if you need to. For this next project, I picked up this blank wood canvas at my local thrift store. Again, this was 49 cents. And I have been wanting to do this project for a while. So here I am just taking a pencil and I am drawing out some palm leaves. Now you can use a stencil if you want to, but I just went ahead and used my pencil to draw this out. If you mess up, you can always erase it. And it doesn't even have to be perfect. You're just kind of giving yourself a template of what we're going to do next. And so here's the fun part. You're just going to take your hot glue gun and you're going to start tracing over all of those lines that you made. Now, this is not going to be perfect. It's hot glue, and that's okay because that is what's going to make this look really cool in the end. And you don't even have to worry if you don't get this exactly on the lines, because all of those pencil markings are going to be covered at the end. So here is how mine ended up looking once all of that hot glue was completely dry. And I'm just going to take some of this packing tape to try to get some of those glue gun strands to come off, you know, the little strings that the glue gun leaves. So I'm just going to use this packing tape to get off as much as I can. Then I'm just going to be using some painter's tape over the frame so that I don't accidentally get some paint on there, because I want to make the frame a different color. But then I'm going to go in with 2 coats of that white Waverly chalk paint. Now I will say it was a little bit difficult to kind of get into all those creases and crevices from the hot glue, and it would probably be a lot easier to do this with a sponge brush. But if you're using a regular brush, just make sure that it's really saturated when you go into those crevices. Now, once I had my 2 coats done, you can see how great this is looking. So I'm going to remove that painter's tape, and I'm just going to go in with some of my antique Waverly wax and a baby wipe to darken up that frame to make this really pop. That's it for this video. Thank you all so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it. I will see you next time.